Hello everyone, my name is Linh. Today we're excited to be your tour guide to an amazing tour to one of the most attractive museum in Hanoi, which is Vietnamese Women's Museum. Now, let's follow me to enjoy your tour. The museum is located in Lý Thường Kiệt Street, just 500 meters away from the center of Hoang Lake and the Old Quarter. Vietnamese Women's Museum was built in 1987 and run by Vietnam Women's Union. It's a gender museum with the functions of research, preservation, and the place of intangible and tangible historical and cultural heritages of Vietnamese women and Vietnam Women's Union. It's also a center for cultural exchange between Vietnamese and international women for a goal of equality, development, and peace. In 2012, Vietnamese Women's Museum was honored to be ranked as one of the best attractions in Hanoi in 2012 by TripAdvisor. The museum was built in modern styles, comprising two buildings, one main building, one auxiliary building, and a small area for food and drink. Since it opened to public in 1995, the museum has successfully held many exhibitions, serving hundreds, thousands of Vietnamese and international tourists. It has a collection of more than 25,000 objects and materials related to Vietnamese women. In late 2010, the museum reopened to public after 4 years of upgrading and refurbishing with three themes: Woman in Family, Woman in History, and Faction of Woman. And standing in the center of the ground floor, the very first impressive image you can see is a statue of a Vietnamese woman who is carrying a child on her shoulder, representing for the beauty and the noble sacrifice of woman. Downward are the images of the great-grandma with a smile on their face, displayed around the statue. Is a tribute to the role of Vietnam's woman has played in history and continue to play in a contemporary life. The ground floor is not exhibiting floor, but comprising two areas. The museum shop, where selling a lot of traditional handmade souvenirs, and the other is for children called Discovery Center, where children have chance to play interesting games and explore more about the Vietnamese culture. I'm now standing on the first floor. It is also the first exhibiting floor. Here you can have chance to discover many interesting things about the marriage and giving birth of a Vietnamese woman. With the theme of woman in family, the first floor demonstrates brightly the wedding ceremony, wedding costumes of women in different regions and different ethnic groups in Vietnam. These are the wedding costumes of Hoa people. The first red dress is the bride's dress. The second one is the groom's costume, and the last black one is the dress for the first return of the bride for her family. Attentively, rituals of childbirth such as requests for children, naming ceremony, fourth month ceremony, also illustrated lively on this floor. These are the images of the special bracelets and necklace. It springs from the ritual of requesting a child. Vietnamese women make requests for having a child at temple or pagoda, and they wear those kind of objects with the hope that their desire for baby will be fulfilled. At another corner of the first floor, you will be able to discover how Vietnamese women organize their family life in different aspects such as the cultivation, hunting, gathering, family meals, apparel, parenting, and trading, providing much information on cultural traditions and issues of social and contemporary life. Let's move to the second floor with the theme of women in history. Here are the life story of female heroes in the struggle during the wartime of Vietnamese people. You will be surprised by the artifact displayed here. Can you see the black string? It is 3 meters in length. The string is incredibly special. It is made from a female prisoner's hair in a tiger case at Gondal prison. During the prison time, the prisoners have to use their own hair to make clothesline to hang their clothes. This is a flower vase made from the bullet shelf. On this vase, engraved the poem with the names of 32 girls belonging to the army of Đông Phương Ngô military in Ninh. The girls are young but brave enough to sacrifice their life to save the country. The third floor, with the theme of women's fashion, vividly demonstrates the diversification in the way of making clothes of Vietnamese women in different groups. The meticulousness, the sophistication, and the excellent skills of Vietnamese women in making handicraft products, such as sewing, embroidery, art of motif, makeup, and art of making jewelry are also presented amazingly in this section. That brings me to the end of the tour to Vietnamese Women's Museum. Thank you for being with me and hope that you will come back to this fascinating museum one day.